Arsenal lineup versus Brentford. Mikel Arteta to make two changes. Arsenal entertained Brentford in tonight's Premier League clash at the Emirates Stadium. The Gunners are presently 2 points ahead of second-placed Manchester City and can extend the gap in their game in hand against the Bees. Mikel Arteta's side have a good recent record against their London counterparts, with 6 wins and 2 draws in the previous 8 meetings. They will be eyeing a victory tonight on the back of a frustrating 1-1 draw at Chelsea. Predicted lineup. David Raya is guaranteed to continue between the sticks for the Gunners. He will be eyeing his first clean sheet in the last 4 league games. The Spaniard is leading the Golden Glove race with 7 shutouts thus far. In the backline, there could be a solitary change from last weekend. William Saliba does not appear fully fit, as per manager Mikel Arteta's update. Christian Mosquera and Piero Hincapié look poised to continue in central defense. Similarly, Jurrien Timber is expected to start at right back, but there could be a change on the opposite end. With Ricardo Calafiori on 4 yellow cards, Arteta could be wary of playing him with a huge game at Aston Villa on Saturday. We anticipate Miles Lewis-Skelly to start at left back due to the suspension risk for the Italian. Martin Zubimendi had limited influence against the Blues after an early yellow card. The Spaniard will be aiming to make amends. He is assured to start from the number 6 rule, with Declan Rice in the central midfield position. There could be a positional change for Eberechi Eze, with Martin Odegaard likely to return to the 11. With Leandro Trossard still doubtful, we anticipate Eze to move to the left wing to accommodate Odegaard's return in the number 10 role. Gabriel Martinelli had a poor outing on Sunday, failing to win any of his duels, 0 for 5, or dribbles contested, 0 for 2. The rest of the lineup could remain the same from the stalemate at Stamford Bridge. Bukayo Saka made another vital contribution against the Blues. His first league assist in 12 months paved the way for Merino's headed equalizer. Merino could get the nod over Victor Gyökeres and Gabriel Jesus on the back of his goal. Gyökeres had a smaller cameo compared to Odegaard on Sunday, which suggests Arteta is aiming to build up his fitness. We won't be surprised if the Swede is introduced at the halftime interval against the Bees in tonight's London derby. The new Rice. Verda enters race to sign £70 million midfield machine for Arsenal. While the draw on Sunday was less than ideal, this season is shaping up to be a special one for Arsenal. Arsenal's side have looked imperious in the Champions League, winning all 5 games, and are far and away the best team in the Premier League. While all the squad has played a role in the Gunners' incredible form, one player who has been one of the most important has undoubtedly been Declan Rice. In the words of creator Jamie Kent, the Englishman is looking like the best midfielder in Europe, and therefore fans should be excited about reports linking Arsenal to someone who could be their new Rice. Arsenal target their new Rice. The transfer window is now less than a month away, and as a result, Arsenal are starting to be linked to a host of tremendously exciting players. Real Madrid's incredible £70 million Rodrigo, for example, has once again been touted for a move to the Emirates, as has Bayern Munich's £100 million plus Michael Olise. However, while both of these wingers would help to raise the Gunners' ceiling, neither of them could really be described as being Rice-esque, unlike Eduardo Camavinga. Yes, according to a recent report from Span, Arsenal are one of several sides interested in signing the Real Madrid monster. Alongside the Gunners, the report has revealed that Chelsea and Liverpool are keen on the French international, who is valued at €80 million by the Spanish giants, which is about £70 million. It could therefore be a costly and rather complicated transfer to get over the line, but given Camavinga's immense ability, Arsenal should be pursuing him, especially as he could be another Rice. Why Camavinga would be another Rice for Arsenal? So the first and most obvious comparison between Rice and Camavinga is the fact that they are midfielders who can and have played as a 6 and an 8 in recent years. Moreover, the pair of them are currently plying their trade at 2 huge clubs, and while Real Madrid is less important to his team than the Englishman, he's still racked up 194 appearances for them, in which he's provided 16 goal involvements. The last clear comparison between them at this point is that they're both regulars for a top international team as well. For example, the former Stade Rennes star has now won 28 senior caps for France and featured in the last Euros and World Cup. Now, it's all these reasons that the 23-year-old could become another Rice-type player for the Gunners, in addition to the fact that when playing, he is a sensational talent and someone who could massively improve the team's midfield options in a way the former West Ham United captain did in 2023. Don't just take our word for it, though. Real Madrid manager Xabi Alonso has described the versatile international as someone with enormous potential, and his underlying numbers back that opinion up. According to FBref, the Cabinda-born War Machine, as dubbed by talent scout Jacek Kulig, ranks in the top 1% of midfielders in Europe's top 5 leagues for tackles and tackles won, the top 4% for blocks, the top 8% for progressive carrying distance and more, all per 90. Add to that the fact that he has helped Los Blancos win 2 La Liga titles, 2 Champions League titles, and a smattering of other cups. It's hard to disagree with the notion he's one of the best midfielders in Europe. Ultimately, Camavinga already shares plenty of similarities with Rice, and were Arsenal to sign him, he could have a similar transformational impact on the midfield. Much earlier, Mikel Arteta says Arsenal tried to sign David Raya from Brentford in 2021. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has revealed that the club initially tried to sign goalkeeper David Raya from Brentford in the summer of 2021. The Spanish international joined the Gunners on a season-long loan from the Bees in August 2023, and the move was made permanent for £27 million last year. Raya has proven a brilliant acquisition for the Gunners. He has won the Premier League Golden Glove in the last 2 seasons and could replicate the feat this term. Speaking in the pre-match presser before the Brentford game, Arteta described Raya as an amazing goalkeeper and added that he could have arrived much earlier. The Spanish tactician revealed that the club failed with an initial approach for Raya, and he had to wait another 2 years. He's very happy to have him in the squad. Arteta said, "An amazing goalkeeper. It's a great story as well, and how it happened. We tried to sign David much earlier. It was as soon as I arrived almost, and he had to wait another 2 years. The start that he had and the journey that we had together has been phenomenal for us, and I'm very happy to have him." Arsenal had their sights on landing the Spaniard in the summer of 2021. He had a £10 million release clause, which would have been triggered if the Bees failed to secure promotion from the Championship. However, the Bees returned to the top flight with a 2-0 win over Swansea City in the playoff final, which nullified the clause. Raya was also content to continue with the West London side. Raya started the Bees' maiden Premier League game against Arsenal, which they won 2-0. The Gunners eventually purchased Aaron Ramsdale from Sheffield United instead. He replaced Bernd Leno. Ramsdale had 2 good seasons with the Gunners, but the arrival of long-term target Raya in 2023 paved the way for another change between the sticks, which has proven successful. Since the defeat to Brentford back in 2021, Arsenal have met the West London outfit on 6 occasions. They have won 6 of those meetings, with a couple ending in draws. Raya has kept 7 clean sheets in the league this season. He has failed to manage a shutout in the last 3 games and will aim to end the streak against his former club tonight. Man U star tipped for shock Arsenal switch as Amorim clears the way for a £100 million man. Arsenal are being tipped to launch a stunning January transfer window raid on Manchester United for England midfielder Kobbie Mainoo, in a move that would free up a space in Ruben Amorim's squad for a £100 million target. It's no secret that Amorim wants midfield reinforcements in 2026, with major changes expected in United's engine room over the course of the next 2 windows, and it could be a case of one in, one out in the new year. Indeed, Team Talk has consistently reported on Man United's interest in the likes of Elliot Anderson, Carlos Baleba, Adam Wharton, and Conor Gallagher. But it's a major ongoing that's on the cards when it comes to Mainoo's future. Arsenal have been tipped to move for Mainoo as a potential short-term cover for Martin Odegaard, according to a reliable ESPN journalist, as Team Talk reveals the Red Devils' current stance on the midfielder. While there is renewed confidence in Ruben Amorim's ability to steer Man United to a top 4 finish in the Premier League this season, one player who is unlikely to play a major role for the team in the upcoming weeks and months is Mainoo. With Bruno Fernandes ahead of him as one of the 2 pivots in Amorim's favored 3-4-2-1 formation, Mainoo has been limited to just 171 minutes in the Premier League so far, with no starts whatsoever in the league. Team Talk's transfer correspondent Fraser Fletcher has reported interest in Mainoo from Tottenham Hotspur and Newcastle United. We understand that Manchester City and Napoli are also monitoring the situation of Mainoo, who wanted to leave Man United in the summer of 2025, but was convinced to stay at Old Trafford. Critical factor behind Man United signing Anderson. As United prepare for the potential exit of Mainoo, sources have told Team Talk that Red Devil transfer chiefs are a little concerned about the rising competition to sign Nottingham Forest and England star Anderson. Indeed, United want to have a firm message in place to help convince Anderson to join, but also believe the final outcome of their season will have a major influence on whether they can win the race. Securing the old Newcastle man will not be simple, though, as Forest have been positioning his market value close to the £100 million